everyone, and welcome back to the third episode of the And I've Always Said That podcast. I'm Megan.
I'm Taylor.
I'm JoJo.
I'm Gianna.
And I'm Nikki.
And we're so happy you're here for week number 3. Let's hear it for week number 3.
Woo!
And let's get into it.
Let's jump right into it.
We have a lot of really fun topics today. We're going to cover the recently released teaser of Outer Banks Season 3. We're going to talk about our obsessions that we got into this week. Yeah. We're also going to talk about another date party update. As you can see from the title of this week's episode, we all lost our man in one day. So
They lost us.
They lost us.
We did not lose them.
Yeah, we did not need 10 days. We needed about 48 hours.
Yeah, about 48 hours. So
Not even.
Not
So,
even.
yeah.
It was 24 hours.
So I will be the one to start on Outer Banks.
Let's
get into it. As I, have mentioned to the group already, I will be making this everyone's issue. Outer Banks tickles a part of my brain that I truly just cannot put into words. And I am so excited for season 3. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm fully ready to get back into my Drew Starkey era. He looks really good with his hair grown out. He's got a little front bangs. It looks really good.
Bang.
He's got a bang.
The bang.
Looking really good. The trailer's already giving me some JJ Key situationship, perhaps. So very excited for that. And the soundtrack I already know is going to be absolutely incredible. So would anyone else like to add anything else?
I actually have a surprise for you guys when we do our watch party, so just know that a surprise is coming.
I do know the surprise.
Yeah, Gianna's in on the surprise.
I didn't watch the trailer, the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Have you watched
Oh, I
season
didn't watch
2?
it either.
I did watch season 2, but I watched it kind of late.
Yeah, I did too.
But I do like Outer Banks.
I
a
love
great
it.
show.
It's so good.
It took me forever to watch the first season because everyone watched it.
I
on
made you
Netflix.
watch it with me.
Yeah, we went to the beach and then we got rained out, so then we filled the beach void with more beach.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the first season 7 times.
I remember you were the one who told me to watch it because it wasn't.
I made it everyone's issue.
It popped up on my not Amazon, on my Netflix thing where it was you should watch this. And I was like, it looks like a good show.
Yeah.
And guess what?
I watched
It
it
is.
in a night.
Yeah. It's
And I was
very
so
good.
surprised when you recommended it to me because you hate the beach.
It's more of the boat
life. For
boat.
Nikki,
life?
it's really about the eye candy for Nikki.
Yeah.
It's about JJ.
It's like an adventure
yeah,
type
no,
of thing.
That's the
It's
thing
not.
is
No,
keep
good.
going. No, yeah, it's like an adventure, but it's not scary.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't scary when, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, when John B got attacked by that crocodile.
But that's not scary.
I was
give you
making a
nightmares.
joke.
yeah. Oh,
It wasn't
no.
terrifying.
It was actually comical.
Yeah, so that's what I like about it is that it's it's got a little thrill to it, and you're working towards the big reveal of something, but it's not scary. And I will go on record saying I don't like the beach, but there's not really a lot of beach. For the first 2 seasons, it's just the boat and whatever, and I feel like that's piques my interest because that's not something that I ever grew up with or grew up around. So, and as I said, the soundtrack, incredible.
Yeah.
I love the show. Go on record. Love the show. Obsessed with the show. There are some moments where you're like, oh, that's really cringe. In the first season when Sarah Cameron was like,
relax, John B.
That one. Or also when he flies up. Did you just yeet yourself over that rope?
Yeah.
That's a little cringe.
Oh.
I remember watching that and I was like,
There's some 50-year-old in the writer's room that are like, kids are going to eat this up.
That's the thing is that when stuff like that happens, it's you have to laugh because it's not their fault. It's just ridiculous.
Well, the guy behind Outer Banks, the director, writer, his daughter was in The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's the nepotism baby?
Gigi?
The one that
Oh
played
my
Taylor in the
God.
Summer
No, the one
No,
who's-
Gigi was the one who was obsessed with Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Lila Pate.
Wow.
And she's like in the background of Outer Banks because her dad is the writer, producer, and director.
New nepotism baby unlocked.
New nepotism baby just dropped, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then nobody knew who she was, and she's like posting all these photos with everyone. Wow. And yeah.
I'm not
They were
going to
like,
lie.
Who is this?
I don't remember the second season. I think I need a refresher.
I can explain it to you. If you
yeah,
like.
just can you do a little recap? Because I really don't remember.
Well, it started out when John B and Sarah were still in the Bahamas, and
Yeah,
they had
they
their
were
whole
dead.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, quote unquote dead.
yes.
And then they had like their whole thing, and they met
They got
Cleo.
married.
Yeah, they met Cleo, and
Cleor.
then Cleo
I don't remember
came.
Cleo.
She was the
I don't remember a lot
She
of things,
becomes like
though.
an actual character.
Yeah, she was the.
She looks about like 28, and the rest of them look 16.
Well, I mean, I don't need to get too deep into it here, but basically, it was about like building off of the treasure and everything, and how the treasure led them to this cross that was inside the church, and they got the cross, and then obviously Ward and Rafe found out about it. Yeah, Cleo was one of the girls who worked on the boat that like saved John B and Sarah, and then she comes back because she's working
Look this up.
on the boat that Ward is taking the cross away on, and they find each other again.
Oh, I remember.
And
I
then
remember now.
And then remember they have
because they're in that
Pope,
box.
Yes,
in
the box.
Thing.
And
Okay,
Pope has that whole thing where he goes on that scholarship, or he gets that letter,
Yes.
and then they all reunite in Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, now I remember.
yeah, and then it ends with John B. Well, the whole gang jumps off the big boat, with the cross on it, and
They end up on an island.
and they end up on an island,
Popelandia.
Yeah.
which is becoming Pokelandia, and I'm so excited.
So we're really excited to see the next season, and I know me and Nikki are just banking on the fan edits that are gonna come out of this. I will be consuming.
The edit girlies
Yeah.
are gearing
Yeah.
up and
Oh.
getting
My Pinterest boards are about to go crazy. And I will be, again, making this everyone's issue and sending my boards to everyone.
Nikki makes the best Pinterest boards. Sometimes I can't even look at them.
I can't look at them most of the
Måneskin?
time. Don't
You
even.
don't. No, she sends
can't-
it.
I
She
can't get
sends
into
it
it.
all the time, and I just want to shut my phone off like
I
for a
can't
day.
look at it.
I can't.
And I will say my what I'd listen to if I was a Pogue playlist goes pretty hard.
Oh my god.
So
I need to listen to that.
Yeah. Drop a link.
I'll put it in the show notes if anyone would like, to take a listen.
We can add it to our own Spotify.
Yes.
We can.
We have a Spotify. This is a good time to plug it, where we all created a playlist. So if you want to listen to a playlist curated by each of us, and then a playlist curated by the 5 of us together,
Yes.
that will be on Spotify on a personal page called The End I've Always Said That podcast.
Go check it out. We'll leave it in the show notes below.
Yeah.
Taylor's is about 5 days long. If you
not
need
that
some music.
long. It's pretty long. Not gonna
You
lie.
have a 3-day car drive. May I suggest Taylor's playlist that consists of any song from any genre you've ever listened to?
It's yeah. It's all my favorite songs that I'm listening to at the moment.
All 8 hours?
Yeah, I listen to it all the time. It's so good. It puts you right in the mood if you need anything.
Well, because it captures every mood.
Yeah.
Genre bending.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm listening to. It's what I was feeling at the moment.
That's okay.
And that is exactly
We
what
love
the
that.
playlist is for.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
and I have
Feeling
always
like
said that.
Taylor,
If you're feeling,
hop in.
yeah,
You don't know what you want to listen to. May I suggest
my playlist.
the Taylor playlist?
So I have a couple timely fixations for this week.
Let's get into it.
So Meghan and I
have embarked on a journey.
Having been embarking on a journey for the past week now. I'm having trouble expressing
I
this.
don't even know what to call it.
It's like infatuation.
Me and Nikki have embarked on our role model era.
Yeah.
And can you explain to the normies here
Yeah.
who/what is role model?
He's a singer
Okay.
who's, I don't want to say he's notable for dating Emma Chamberlain, but most recently he's become more notable because they just did their GQ interview together.
Yes.
I
Which
was
was their
gonna
first,
say,
like,
is that
public-
who that is?
We're big
appearance
consumers of Chamberlain
I just
coffee.
watched that on TikTok.
Yeah. Megan made me a playlist with Cross Your Mind on it. And I was like, oh my God, this is a really good song.
I know.
And then I revisited, well, not revisited, but you know when like you listen to a song and it's like, you know, it's good or whatever, but then you listen to it when it's like the mood is right and it's the best thing you ever heard. Like that's what happened. And I was like, Megan, what did you just do? Like I remember texting you. This was in like December or maybe even November. I remember just like obsessively texting you like, what is happening right now? This is the best song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Do you think about me?
Okay, I know that.
So-
So you've been playing it.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
so that's how it truly really started, was we were obsessively listening to Cross Your Mind, and then we were like, we need to take it a step further, and we took it several steps further, and I can't stop thinking about him.
Yes.
So I had listened to like a couple of his songs. I knew a couple of his songs for like a couple years now. He was famously discovered by Mac Miller, my Pittsburgh King. Rest in peace. And yeah, so I knew a couple songs, and Megan and I have this inside joke where we always say like we can't like something a normal amount, and this is now another thing to add to the list.
Liking it a normal amount,
And then we weren't.
We really just deep dove into it.
Yeah.
And now I'm no longer liking it a normal amount. I'm hyperfixated.
I'm
on
obsessing over Role Model. He's so talented. His music videos are so good. And I was never, I still don't think I've ever watched an Emma Chamberlain video. Like, it's not any hate. Her just content is not for me. I'm now like obsessed with their relationship. Like, they are the same person. I'm obsessed with them. And the music video, if anyone like likes Role Model songs, if you watch the music video to Never Let You Go,
Do me a favor. Pause this right now and go pull up the Never Let You Go video.
put
and
that
get
on
back to us.
put that on your TV. Come right back.
Drop a
Earth
comment
shattering.
below if you've seen the Never
I
Let You
have
Go
not
video.
seen it.
I have not seen
We're
it.
gonna
I
have
have
We-
just recently discovered that they were together because I love Emma Chamberlain. I've always loved her, always watched her YouTube, but I did not know she was dating because for a while I think she was hiding it.
Because they
They've-
have my favorite type of relationship, which
Yes.
is secret, but no, private.
Private, but not
Private.
secret.
Yeah, like
So,
I
like,
knew she was dating someone, but didn't exactly
Like,
know
they
like
post
who.
the photo and just his shoulder and his hand would be holding
Yes,
him,
yes.
which
And
I absolutely
I love that. Yeah.
And-
I was obsessed with Emma Chamberlain when it was like
the Sister Squad era.
Yeah.
Because that's when I got into Emma
yeah.
Chamberlain.
He looks like a cousin of Jacob Elordi. Like very Jacob Elordi adjacent.
Yeah.
And I found out today, because I was listening to his Zach Sang interview, that he was actually auditioning for Elliot in Euphoria instead of, or like for the part that Dominic
Dominic
Fike
Fike.
ended up getting.
So call back to last week. Elliot's song could have been sung by Role Model.
what's his real name?
Tucker Pillsbury. Tucker Harrington Pillsbury.
So who's
We
gonna
learned that
tickle
from
him?
the GQ interview.
Consensus, Taylor. I think he's hot.
He is.
He
hot.
is
Yeah.
hot.
But also the good thing about him having a girlfriend is I don't see him like that, you know? Like, I don't need to consume, you know, like, fan fiction edits or anything. 'cause
I'm
like,
not-
I love the two of them together. I'm not...
I am
Yeah.
respectfully
Yeah.
thirsting after their relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want one or the other. I just want them together.
Like,
Yeah.
I want them together. If they break up, I don't believe
And
in love.
I don't think I've literally ever felt that since like Zoella and Alfie.
Yeah.
Like I really, when I see a relationship and I become obsessed with
Yeah.
them together,
Yeah.
like I normally don't really like buy into that.
Yeah.
But these two,
Okay. Keep
It's
your
done.
eyes on him.
yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of love,
Oh yeah.
Valentine's Day just passed.
We do unfortunately have to do a little Valentine's Day recap.
Yeah. So where to start? Where do we want to start with this?
Are we starting with
Titanic?
the date party?
Why don't we start with
Or are
how
we starting with
let's-
our actual
How to
Valentine's
lose a
Day?
guy in a day.
In
Or how
48
they
hours.
lost us.
Yeah.
How our dates ended after the date party.
Yeah. So
Because the last episode, we were really morale was so high at our last episode.
I have
Well,
been
not
asked
for
by
you
every
two.
person.
They started.
Not for you two.
morale was
Yeah,
high
not
on this
for
end-
us.
This end of the table, morale.
Then they
was
started
high.
dropping like flies.
Like immediately after we filmed that
Oh, yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
like everyone, it just all went wrong.
It started with me and trickled down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally right after. we
Literally
recorded the
right after.
episode.
It was-
Well,
I
me
was
and
on a
Megan,
high.
Like, kind of stopped talking to our guys. Not that anything was wrong, but it just was, the vibes weren't there.
If you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
What I decided was immediately after I met him, I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to date you. Like, I'd love to be your friend, but I just like don't have that feeling where like
Mm-hmm.
I need you in my life,
Yeah.
romantically.
Yeah, that's what going on a date is for, you know? And, like, that's also why, like, I don't have a second date. Like, I decided, like, it wasn't there, you know? And
Yeah.
and with most people that you meet,
and
it's not going to
fine.
be there. That's okay.
If you're not laying in your bed, listening to Cross Your Mind by Role Model, staring at the ceiling, thinking about your second date with this person,
I don't want it.
You don't want it.
If I'm not kicking my feet and twirling my hair while I'm texting you, I'm not texting
That,
you.
that's exactly it. Like,
That
that's,
is.
it's why. I mean, like, isn't that what dating is for? To test it out. And unfortunately, the vibes were not there.
Like
Yeah.
the RX song by Role Model. You know what? Things don't work out because this one thing's supposed to work out. So he's just
they
the
were
dates
meant
that
for
never
each
showed.
other.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were meant for each other.
Yeah, mine sucked a little bit because I was on such a high, and I really did like him, and we were very similar. But
I want to preface this with Gianna's the nicest person alive, too. Like, there
vouch.
Yeah.
is no reason to not be nice to Gianna.
And out of all of the guys that were there, he was the only one who was outwardly mean and like
Yeah.
rude. Like that's the reason why he went down is like he was not
He
being
went
a
down.
he was
He
not
went
being
down
a
hard.
he
Yeah.
she read that text and we were like
That
literally ready
was-
to kill him.
Don't,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean,
yeah, just
yeah.
I don't know. I was getting a little bit of the vibes when I was with him that night, but I was just kind of
giving him the
brushing
benefit
it
of the
off.
doubt.
Yeah, like I was just like, maybe he's just shy.
He did
Like,
preface the night with being like, "Hey, I'm severely hungover."
oh yeah, he was hungover too. So
We were
like,
all out of our element, too.
Yeah.
It was a very
Like-
odd situation to meet someone.
Yeah.
it was very odd, and I don't know. I really liked him, and we both clicked so much. But I think I was just passing over like all of the little things, and then the next day when he sent the text that he did, I was like,
Gianna was like, I've got a text.
I said I've got a text.
We've also been
Had
calling
been voted out of the villa by the end of the night.
Oh,
We've
yes.
also been calling him Harry
Harry
Jowsey.
Walmart version.
I really hope he doesn't take that as a compliment because we don't mean it as a
Walmart
compliment.
No.
It's okay. He won't be watching this. According
Yeah.
to
Maybe
the
I can hear
text.
from his text.
According to the
According.
text, he blocked our podcast TikTok.
According to that text, this is what he said. He had enough of it.
He did. He said, I asked him, I was like, I really, just, messing around. I was like, oh, I really hope you stopped watching it because, I don't know, I was just saying that. And he was like, oh, I've had enough. And I was like, okay.
Goodbye, sir.
Rude.
And the basis of that, too, is I've always said the beginning
And
of
I've always said that.
What
I've
have you
always
always
said-
What
said?
have you always
the
said?
beginning of not even a relationship, but just like your interactions with a person who wants to pursue you romantically in any way. They should be trying, and you too, should be trying their hardest to be nice to you, to learn your interests. This should be when morale is highest, when the kindness is, like peaking. And the
Yeah.
fact that someone can be rude in that manner a day and a half after meeting you, they're not the one,
Yeah.
They don't have that respect for you. And
Yeah.
I said immediately, I was like, it's clipped.
And I don't care if he was joking or not. Like,
Not
it
funny.
still
It
was
wasn't
not.
funny.
It was
Not
not funny.
He could have
It
said
brought
in
my
a
mood down.
different
Like
way.
after
Yeah.
we recorded the podcast, I was like so excited. I was texting him, whatever, and then he said that, and I was just like,
Yeah.
the rest of the night.
But even if he meant it in a funny way, like he could have said it so differently.
Well, yeah, like
Not funny.
yeah,
The way it came across, it was not funny.
it was not funny at all. I was not
And
laughing.
To bring up JoJo's point, like this
Not
is literally
funny.
the nicest he's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And it also
Don't-
should be
yes.
the time when it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I've always said that.
And
Oh, I
we
said that.
so just really quick, we also were supposed to go on another date. We planned it for Thursday. What?
I'm mad for you.
Oh, yeah.
Get into it.
The night that I met him, we talked about this date, and I said, okay, what about Thursday? So I was supposed to go Thursday to hang out with him, and
Trek across the
yes,
city.
and after he sent me that text that he sent, I just didn't answer him the rest of the night. Because I was so mad.
Queen shit.
Yeah, and I don't think he deserved a text back. But then he texted me and he said, "Oh, what did he say? How did he say
He
it?"
said,
Said,
So,
are we
are we-
actually?
Are we? Yeah,
Yeah, are we actually hanging Thursday? Question mark, question mark.
yeah. Like,
And this was
Come
after,
up
like,
with-
a day, 2 days.
Also-
of not
Yeah.
speaking.
No, sorry.
yeah, no, so not like, why didn't you text back or
Respond.
just anything?
yeah.
Just
there was-
oh, are we still hanging on it? Like, no,
No. Did
no,
you ever respond to that?
no,
Good.
Good job.
Nope.
I am so proud of you for not responding.
I know because well, that's the thing. Usually I would. I would just go on another date with a guy that has treated me like that, and you guys can see how it ended. Don't have a
But
boyfriend, so
this is growth, though.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say growth.
yeah,
Because guess what? You could meet your boyfriend with the next date you have, but if you were entertaining this clown, you're never going to get to him.
exactly.
Your hairy jowsies out there.
Oh, he also said we were talking about the Google form, and he said, yeah, I wouldn't have filled that out. I was like, okay, you just like.
As we said before, or we might have mentioned it in the last episode, if you're not putting any effort into our Google form,
Yeah.
how much effort are you going to put into this relationship?
Yeah.
If you can't take 5 minutes to come up with some sort of witty answers.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
was looking through the questions too, and I could just tell that it just was not.
And it wasn't.
And I
to
even
answer
said it.
them
I
all
was like,
wrong.
you wouldn't have answered it, would have you, or would you have? And he could have still been. He
Lied.
could have lied.
Just
He
lie.
literally could have lied, and he did not. He said, "Yeah, I wouldn't have," and I was like, "Okay." That was like the first time, like the first answer where I was like,
Yikes.
"Oh, this
Listen.
might not be good."
Trash went out Sunday night.
Yes. Okay, let's move on because I'm
Yeah.
gonna get mad.
Yeah.
All right.
Nikki, on to your date.
So, my date. he did go down Sunday night, but he came back up because it wasn't. He didn't go down as far as Gianna's did, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna like see what happens. And just throughout this past week, I just realized our lives are not in sync right now. He's a great guy, and he was a lot of fun at the date party, but we were just not really at the same point in our lives, and that's fine.
Not compatible on the day to day.
Exactly. And you know what? As Taylor Swift once said, this love is good, this love is bad. This love
Is alive back from the dead.
is alive back from the dead. These hands had to let it go free, but this love came back to me. So if it was meant to be, he'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slay.
That's all.
No hard feelings. Just not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe right guy, wrong time.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in his party girl phase right now.
Yeah.
I think.
I was gonna
You're
say, I
just
feel
not- you're in your party girl phase, but you're not in
that party girl phase.
Do what you will with that information.
You can take some context clues from that.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I think you guys were just a little too different, and you didn't realize it until after.
Yeah.
He only saw him for what, a couple hours. So
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what this means? There's going to be another
Part
date party
2.
on the horizon.
Yes.
So if you have any ideas on what you want to see, what you think it should be, new questions for the Google form, please let us know.
Send it to our email.
Send it to our email. That's alwayssaidthatpodstories@gmail.com. Or just drop it down in the comments below. Or on Instagram.
True.
Yeah.
Or TikTok.
And
We'll
if
get them along.
If you have your own, if you're inspired to have your own date party, let us know how it goes too. I highly recommend that everyone does it though, because it took us out of our comfort zones. We met people. Sure, it didn't
end with a...
Sure, men lost us in less than 48 hours. But we had fun nonetheless.
Yeah.
We did have fun.
Yeah.
And it was all 5 of us were meeting new people, so it wasn't awkward.
Yeah. Joe, do you want to talk about how your date lost you in one day?
Well, the thing is, you guys know the story, right? I fell asleep on him, which meant I felt comfortable, right?
Yeah.
But thinking back on it, like we didn't talk too much. We talked enough to know that like he was really funny. He socialized well, but I think like there was a spark that just wasn't there that I would have known. And for me, I've been in enough relationships and situationships in the past where I've pursued a connection like that you think, okay, maybe like it takes a few tries, and it's never worked for me. So it's more of just a trial by experience that I know that was the end of it for me. It had nothing to do with his personality or his looks or anything. It was quite literally that one thing that
I wanted the butterflies, and
exactly.
you didn't get the butterflies.
Yeah, and I've just known from trying that in the past that that's where it ends. So, sorry, King.
And you can't control that.
No, you can't control that. And also, we just didn't really talk over text, so there was kind of really not much to continue. I secured, like, I got offered a second date, but there was like zero texting going on, no conversation.
There's no point in wasting both of your time for something you know that isn't gonna come. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. So sorry, King. Hoping you're not watching this.
To you.
Saluting to you.
I hope you have an absolutely amazing life.
Yeah.
I just won't be in it.
Yeah. So
Have fun with her, Ryan. You know that Vine where she makes him the bracelet and she goes, Ryan was holding hands with another girl, and then she throws it into like a river and is like, have fun with her, Ryan.
yeah.
Have fun with
I
her.
haven't seen it. I'll be
I
honest.
haven't seen that either.
I've never seen that line.
It's a pretty funny one.
We're gonna have to get in some videos after the podcast.
Yeah.
And Taylor, did you have anything else to say on your
I think you do.
The revelation this week on why they both deserve to go to jail.
They, not everyone looks like their profile, but these people didn't even look related. Both of them, I didn't realize it was them until one of our friends went up to them and said, "Are you X?" And they went, "Yep."
Are you unnamed J name?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so not even like that is the reason why I'm not talking to them. They were just...
That deserves a strike, though. Two strikes.
They definitely deserved a strike, but they were
Two strikes.
I don't know. It was just like I wasn't excited when I left. They made me feel a little uncomfortable. I just ended it at that. It was a unique experience. Glad I met both of them, but will not be seeking them out again.
But for the fellas listening to the pod, if you're out there, take the college photos off your Hinge.
Please.
I urge you. It's okay that your hair is thinned out and you've gained 10 pounds. It's quite literally fine.
No, like it's fine.
Please take them off.
My last boyfriend, who I met through a dating app, his profile was fine, but when I met him, he was probably 30 pounds heavier, which did not bother me. I was still attracted to him, but I was like, you gotta update your pictures, dude. Like, if that stuff doesn't really matter to me, what matters more is the principle.
Yeah.
Because it's dishonesty straight up.
Yeah.
Like, the second my hair color changes, I'm on every single picture updated.
Well, also, what's funny is me and one of the guys talked about catfishing.
Oh my God.
And he was like, oh yeah, like you are in a group photo, like there's not one single photo where it's you, so I like didn't really know which one was you, and I was like, but in every photo is me and a different person.
in a different person, so how do you not know that?
Also,
So
do you have
I immediately thought that, and I was like, okay, are you dumb? Like, what?
Do you have your Instagram connected?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No. Don't want the freaks. But
Little freaks.
Unfortunately, I attract all the freaks. I was born under a full moon, so
wow.
I think astrologically I attract the little freaks.
And he had mentioned being like, oh, well, you knew who I was, like, obviously. And I was just like,
Oh, did I?
Did I?
Guys, I wish you could see. We're not going to show the
We're
picture.
not gonna show, but it's bad. They don't even look like they could be related.
It's jarring. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
It's crazy that it was both.
Yeah.
The 5 of us look more like sisters than those men look like their dating profiles.
It was something else. I have nothing else to say. Also, date number 3 who was supposed to come, who I told not to because he had just had surgery and was going to pay an $80 Uber. And I was like, no, please don't.
Love the effort, though.
Love the effort, but I was like, please don't. He had texted me after asking how the party went. I kind of told him, and then he asked me if I had Valentine's Day plans, and I said, oh, yeah. And then he just stopped responding. So, if he asked, I was going to say that I was making tacos, but
Taco Tuesday.
it was Taco Tuesday. I had a Corona. But, yeah, nothing else. I worked until 7 p.m., but...
How romantic. So, moving into Valentine's Day.
Getting into that.
And how each one of us spent Valentine's Day. So I'm going to preface this with my Valentine's Day story, because it matters here. And it is why I asked the group to see Titanic with me on Valentine's. A few years ago, I had a boyfriend.
He shall
not be named. And it was deep in the pandemic, so we would have movie nights every weekend. It was our thing. It was one of the only things we could do, right? And Valentine's Day was approaching. It was still kind of new in our relationship. We had been dating for about 5 months then. It was like 6 months once Valentine's Day hit. And we had started talking about all the movies we hadn't seen. And I said, well, we're going to be together for Valentine's Day. Why don't we pick kind of like a love movie, a romantic movie, because I'm very into romance. And he said, well, I've never seen Titanic. And I was appalled and shocked at that revelation. So I said, why don't we watch Titanic on Valentine's Day? Once we decided we were going to see it, I kept saying, I'm going to see you on Valentine's Day. I'm going to see you on Valentine's Day. I'll just leave that there. He was very aware that we were going to be meeting on Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. It must have been on a weekend that year. And if you know me or are my friend, when I am dating someone, I like to put a lot of thought into holidays, birthdays. I do really nice handmade cards that are personalized and tailored to each occasion and what it means to them or us. So it was a very romantic card, a lot of personalization on the type of music he listened to and things we had talked about and jokes we had. It was one of my best cards to date. And so I made it. I have it in the pocket of my legging when he shows up to my house. I open the door, and he's like, hi, and I'm like, hi. Doesn't say, I'm like, okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Vibes are off.
He was not getting the hint.
No, he walks in, I'm thinking, okay, he's waiting to the end. I know this. So he walks in, sits down on my couch, he's like, so are we going to watch this? And I was like, sure. We're sitting through the whole movie. The way I am sitting next to Taylor, for the audio listener, we are about like 2 feet apart. We are like this the whole time on that couch.
Not even like a handhold, a cuddle.
Nope, my first date.
Yeah.
And how long were you together at that point?
almost 6 months.
Yeah. That's.
My letter in my pocket.
Did you give it to him?
We're getting to that.
Be patient, Taylor.
Be patient.
Sorry, I
We're sitting.
jumped the gun.
We're sitting through the whole movie, which, by the way, is a sad movie.
And it's long.
It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And he's making jokes the whole time. It's very clear that at that point I was like, did he forget it's Valentine's Day? Maybe he didn't realize. Mm-hmm. Movie ends. He's like, so I've been on the Wikipedia page for Titanic, and can you believe this, and this? And at that point I'm going, this is not it. This is not it. It's clear that he does not care it's Valentine's Day. Maybe he forgot, but also, how could you forget that? So I'm just thinking, I just want this guy out of my house right now.
Valid point.
Yeah, because also I felt like an idiot because I had just gone through all of the work to make him just a nice card. You know, we weren't making that much money at that time. I was a college student and he was just working retail, so I knew there was nothing on the table for that, and there didn't need to be. And so I was just, I think I said, like, I'm really tired.
Please leave.
I was like, did you want to watch something else? And he was like, no, it's fine. I was like, okay, fair enough. So we get down to the front of my house, and I'm waiting, like, this is his last chance. He has had 4 hours at this point. 4 hours.
4 hours to just wish you a happy Valentine's Day.
Literally say anything.
Yeah, he kisses me, we hug, and then I already had the letter sticking out of my leggings, so I was just saying to myself, this might be stupid, but I don't want to look at this thing again. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He should feel a little bad. I just whip it out and I go, here, I got you a card. There's nothing in it. It's just a Valentine's Day card. He immediately looks at me and goes, I didn't get you anything. Aww. His jaw was on the floor. He's also looking down at me because he was about 6'3", 6'4", which she was on. For reference, I'm 4'11". He's looking down at me. Jaw is open. He goes, I didn't get you anything. I went, it's okay. It's just a stupid card. And he just goes, I'm sorry, then walks out.
Oh, he was probably
embarrassed. He was probably really embarrassed. And then the second he gets home, he texts me that he is still on the Wikipedia page looking at the intricacies of how Titanic was filmed and how much went into the budget.
He didn't follow up with like a, hey, I'm so sorry about Valentine's Day. Didn't make it special.
Didn't follow up about the card. Didn't even say, so sorry.
Thank you for my card. He could have even just said, thank you so much for my card.
He didn't even like acknowledge that he had read the card.
No, he didn't acknowledge the card at all. And he also didn't acknowledge that it was Valentine's Day. Didn't even say, I forgot to say it to you earlier, like, Happy Valentine's Day.
Did he even utter those words?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that.
Did not.
Utter those words.
So I'm so mad at this point because at this point we haven't been dating for a month or 2 months. We've been dating for half a year. So I'm thinking this is the beginning of the end because I should not have to like be cracking skulls to get some acknowledgement about Valentine's Day. So I don't respond to him till the next morning and I go, did you even read the card? And he was like, oh my God, it was the most beautiful card I've ever seen in my life. And we got, not into a fight, but I just said to him, I had said, you know, I don't understand how this situation came to be. And he went, you just don't seem like the type of person to celebrate Valentine's Day. So I didn't think anything of it. I just thought you wouldn't care.
Am I not a person existing? Do I not deserve, some sort of recognition?
Yeah, I don't like Valentine's Day, but everyone likes to get a card.
Even if you don't like it or not, or if they know you don't, like, still do it.
That's just an excuse he came up with, like, on the spot.
It's an excuse he came up with because I get it. I'm not a super girly girl. I'm not like the stereotypical bubbly girl that is obsessed with romance, but I'm internally a very romantic person, and anyone who dates me or is even friends with me knows that. And it was such a cop-out answer. He was trying to frame it that since I wasn't an extremely prissy girl, he didn't think I would care that it was Valentine's Day.
Even if he had just been like, hey, happy Valentine's Day, babe. That would have been something.
Yeah, so...
There was no effort.
So that ruined Valentine's Day for me and ruined Titanic for me. I broke up with him probably 2 days later, and it wasn't about that, right? I want to emphasize it really wasn't about that. It was more about how it was more about how we had been dating for half a year at that point, and it was like he didn't know me at all, and that even if he did, he didn't want to put in the effort, and he had actually said, I can't promise you something like this won't happen again because it's just the way I am.
Oh my God.
He said, I can try not to do it, but I am not this thoughtful.
Ooh. Also, that's not like something you say to hype yourself up.
Well, listen, I'll say this.
That was his saving grace.
I'll say this, because it's fine.
That was what he came up with?
His last-ditch effort to save the relationship was like, hey, by the way, not caring.
No, he literally had said, he was like, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I know you appreciate honesty, and I'm not going to lie and say something like this isn't going to happen again because I don't think about these things, and I do love you so much, and blah, blah. And I was so torn between being really mad, but also being like, you know what? Was I wasting my time a little bit? But also, if you're straight up telling me that's how you are, I can appreciate that enough to take that and be like, okay, thanks. And then we broke up. Listen, at the very least, he was honest about it. And the second that I made it aware that I prioritize these things, he was like, you know, I still want to date you, but if that's what you need, then that's what you need. So I broke up with him because of that. I hadn't watched Titanic since, and obviously hadn't done anything for Valentine's Day. So I got an email from whatever movie theater is closest to me, because I'd gone there a few times, that they were showing Titanic on Valentine's Day for the 25th anniversary. So I got that email and I thought to myself, is this fate telling me to just get over this once and for all?
Exposure therapy.
So I texted the group chat and I said, would you ladies like to heal my Titanic Valentine's Day trauma with me? And we went. I can say it did work. I'm completely and totally, I was over it before, but now that I've seen Titanic again, it was great. I didn't realize it was in 3D.
We did go forward with watching Titanic in 3D,
and
which was interesting.
Oh, yeah. And I did see it when I was like 13 in 3D. That was probably like the 15th anniversary of it. Wait,
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. So
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so
every 10 years they're
Hey, that was pretty good.
theaters.
I don't
Put
really
it in 3D.
I don't really think it needed to be shown in 3D.
No.
Yeah, there was never a part where I was like, oh my God, that was so sick. Like, I'm so glad we saw it in 3D.
Like
There were
people
a couple
flying
times I
off
was
the
like,
boat.
Jesus Christ, I'm busy. Lifting up my glasses, watching it blurry for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other movies would you not want to see in 3D?
Personally, The Notebook, I don't think that, in terms of a romance movie,
Yeah.
I don't think that hasn't necessarily need to be re-released in 3D.
Something that borders on the idea of nightmare and dream for me in 3D would be Willy Wonka.
Oh.
I feel like
The
that
Johnny Depp one or the
that's a good question.
Gene Wilder one?
I love Gene Wilder. I really do. What a king. I think the Johnny Depp one was terrifying, so I'm going to go with that one for nightmare.
Nightmare blunt rotation.
The Gene Wilder one for dream.
Yeah, what movies would you want to see in 3D?
Shrek 2.
Ooh. The first one that came to my mind is, I can't think of the name of it, but you know, it has Will Smith in it where he's the fish and the car.
Shark Tank?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I kept thinking Shark
my
Tank,
God.
and I'm like, that's the show.
Looking at the car wash.
I feel like that'd be so fun in 3D.
I love that. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Same, but it just came to my head.
I
Do you have any
think
nightmare dreams.
I
Nightmare
think
Under the table.
Not a movie, but I would like to watch Outer Banks in 3D.
All right.
Oh, the whole 3 seasons in 3D.
That would kind of go hard in 3D, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I did see Shrek 2 in 4D when I visited Universal Studios.
Wish that was me.
Something I saw in 3D, which you were probably there.
I probably was there.
The Hannah
Hannah
Montana
Montana.
Jonas Brothers movie for our friends.
I was there.
It was
I
like
was
our
there.
friend's birthday, and her mom took us all there.
Yeah, I remember that.
The movie was only released in 3D.
It
I
was.
think that was like the thing about it.
It was the concert film. It
the
was
concert
awesome.
film experience
Mm-hmm.
because it was
Yes.
only in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like lasers flying at you.
Yeah.
I would like to see The Nightmare Before Christmas in 3D.
That would be
Mostly
super
because
nice.
it's my favorite movie ever.
I don't think
but
I've ever seen The Nightmare Before. Hot take.
Taylor
you
and Gianna.
believe
There's been a rift between the two of them.
Is there a Nightmare Before Halloween? No.
No, what?
No?
what?
Is
It combines
It's
the
okay,
two
so,
holiday.
yeah.
That's why the nightmare is the Halloween part.
Yeah.
Christmas is
It's
the
the
Christmas
Christmas
part.
Yeah.
Is there only one movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Me and John are obsessed.
I've never
Obsessed.
seen it.
I have been
loved-
obsessed since I was little. Corpse Bride. Any. Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
just-
just
both-
recently
yeah.
saw Corpse Bride.
I love Corpse Bride. That's one of the things Gianna and I first bonded over when we first met. Gianna loves Tim Burton movies. I love his movies and also his aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
So I highly recommend.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna watch it together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you not like that movie?
She.
I don't like animated
Yeah.
movies.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't
Was
like
that
it.
claymation or is it animated?
I think it's claymation.
I
I think it's
so.
a little bit of both.
I think all. Yeah, isn't
A lot of
a
Tim
lot
Burton
of his.
movies are-
Corpse
yeah.
Bride. Yeah.
Corpse Bride was for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not Tim Burton, but a claymation movie I loved was Coraline.
I love
I
Coraline.
think
That
I only
movie
saw that
scared
once,
me.
and yeah, it was.
Oh, I
It,
love
like,
it.
freaked me
Yeah.
I love Coraline.
Yeah.
So, a timely topic for the week. I don't know if anyone else's TikTok For You page is NASCAR. That's been all over mine.
I'd say my
No.
For You page has been filled with NASCAR.
It's been NASCAR racers. It's been people rating celebrities as grand marshals. I've seen Kevin James as the best. Owen Wilson was up there. I watched his. It wasn't very good.
Do you say, wow, you guys are going fast?
I wish. No.
Ka-chow.
That was good.
That would have been better. Meghan has the best Owen Wilson impression.
Wow.
That sounded like Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, I need a hot dog real bad.
Like the 4th of July.
July.
But yeah, that's been my For You page all week is this stupid NASCAR. But you know what? It looks so fun. I really want to go to a NASCAR.
It prompted Taylor to text in our group chat, can we go to a NASCAR race?
Oh.
To preface, we're in New York. I don't think that exists here.
I don't think so.
I mean, the rodeo just came here.
You have to go to the Poconos.
You want to go to the rodeo?
I'd love to. I feel like that'd be fun too. No one else.
The
Do any
Poconos?
activities where I can wear a
No,
cowboy hat.
the rodeo.
Or the rodeo. Oh,
The
I'd go to
rodeo,
I'd go to a
NASCAR.
rodeo.
Okay, well, when they come back to Madison
Okay.
Square Garden.
Is that the garden?
It
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
No, if I want like a proper rodeo where I can eat a
Oh.
corn dog.
I mean, you can get a corn dog at Madison Square Garden.
Megan has been
gonna be
obsessed with corn
$15.
dogs. Yeah.
Or maybe, if we take a trip to down south, maybe we'll go to a rodeo.
Nashville.
Ooh, it could be like,
Nashville.
what's that movie? The Longest
Yeehaw.
Ride. Have you guys
Never
not
seen it.
No.
Is that the one with Scott Eastwood?
Yeah.
Is he like
I don't
a
know.
bull rider and then he gets
Yeah.
hurt?
Yeah. And he falls in love with a sorority girl. Oh.
I don't remember
I don't
anything
remember
about that movie
that.
except for Scott Eastwood was in
And
it.
he shows up to the sorority house and everyone's like, a cowboy. And he brings her flowers.
I feel like I may have seen that.
it was so good.
I think I saw it in theaters.
I did too. I think. Actually, I'm not too sure about that.
Comment down below if you remember The Longest Ride, the Scott Eastwood film.
Greatest movie ever. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't the greatest movie ever, but it was a pretty good one.
It's no Fast and the Furious.
No. I love Fast and the Furious.
Never
that
seen
would be
it.
such a good movie.
I've never seen
in
any of
3D,
them.
now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, that would be a good one, yeah.
Not the newest ones. After Fast and Furious 7, it kind of went a little downhill.
When Paul Walker died.
Oh, R.I.P. King.
I never watched it, but he was hot.
Oh, Fast and
I
Furious
should watch it.
7 when they do his, like, if you ever want to make me cry, put on the ending scene to Fast and Furious where, oh my God, Paul Walker.
She's gonna cry right now.
I could get emotional right now thinking about it.
See, on the other hand, I saw the film and I fell asleep.
No,
It had no effect on me.
It's so good. It's Vin Diesel talking about how much he loves the character, but it's really, he's talking about Paul Walker. And then in the end, they both separate and they go two different paths. And
It's kind of reminding me of One Direction's History music video.
It's
what
Fast
I'm-
and Furious movie probably got the idea from the History music video.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm-
sure which one came first, but
That's what I'm getting
I'd be
from
willing
that.
to bet my life it was the One Direction video.
Fast
Mhm.
and Furious 7, I think, came out in 2016 or 2017.
That sounds like they copied
That's
One
it.
Direction,
About
and
the same
I
time the History music video came out. So.
Yeah.
Well, it came out during that year.
Yeah.
Aren't those films shot like 2 years prior or a year prior?
Conspiracy theory: One Direction did it first.
and I've always said that.
I'm dying on that hill.
For most things in life, One Direction did it first,
Yeah.
and I've always said that. We have one more thing on our list,
A hot take to leave you with.
of course, something we've always said.
Lips of an Angel, the song. It's the best song to ever exist.
It is.
This song has had the group in a chokehold for the past week.
Yes.
We have
And
requested
can't
it at
escape
every bar we've been to this week.
Just
Nobody's
singing
played it. We've been playing it on our own on repeat. It just puts you in a better mood.
I just remember being obsessed with it, watching the music video, which was really dumb. It was just like they're like in a hotel room, and he's like, "The lips of an angel, hear those words." I don't know. It was real weird.
So
Sweet. Oh wait, are we gonna get copyrighted?
I don't know if we sound enough like the band.
We sound so much like Hinder.
I thought I sounded like him.
You know what, Gianna, you did.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. I was transported.
I
Closed
still,
my eyes.
Yeah.
I still have not heard this song.
Wait, I thought we played it one time.
Did
Yeah,
we play
we
it?
played it.
I think we did play it.
Somewhere
don't-
because you had played it for me and I said I've never heard this song in my life.
I don't know if I play. I think I just sang it.
Oh, I think you just sang it, yeah.
I love singing that song.
Fooled
Great
me.
song. She was too close to the original.
So add that to the list of things we're doing right after we finish filming this
We're
podcast.
watching The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. You can
We're
excuse
listening
yourself.
to Lips of an Angel.
We're watching the Emma Chamberlain role model GQ
Yes.
interview.
Oh,
and
and
Never Let You Go music video role model.
I do
And
want
the-
to see that actually.
the Ryan Vine.
Have fun with her, Ryan. I still can't believe none of you have ever seen
I've
that.
never
though.
I've
never
seen
seen
it.
I mean, maybe if I see the video, maybe
It's
I've
this
seen it. I
little
don't know.
girl, and she's probably like in 5th or 6th grade.
And her boyfriend gave her like a handmade bracelet that you make it like camp.
and he cheated on her, and
Oh.
she went,
She's in the camera and she's like,
"Have fun with her, Ryan," and
throws
throws
it
it
into
in
like
the lake.
a creek in her backyard.
I'm just picturing the girl who was like, Happy Easter, everyone. Who is
your
it?
uncle.
It's your uncle. And
I
she's
haven't thought of that video in so
well, she's also the same girl who did When There's Too Much Drama at School, All You Gotta Do Is Walk Away.
That's the same girl.
It's the same
Isn't
girl.
she also the girl that said like something about being skinny and pretty? Where she was like, "Da-na-na, and pretty, da-na-na, and skinny." There's a line
Maybe.
like that I can't think
Oh.
the rest of.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll have to do some research on that one.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below because I clearly do not.
And I will say we do plan on in the future doing a deep dive episode into like early Vine,
2013, 2014.
Tumblr
Oh.
during that
Peak
time.
internet.
Where were you during that time?
Also, like our first couple years on Instagram, first couple years on Snapchat, it was all like the same time. So that will be a big deep dive episode.
If you have any faves, send it to our email.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said that pod stories.
Send us any cringy usernames, anything that you used to post, like literally anything funny like that, and we'll cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the end.
yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube and listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music.
And rate us 5 stars.
And our individual playlists that we made on our
They're in the link tree below.
other Spotify, and follow us on all of our socials. And we're filming on TikTok Live right now, so if you're
It's absolutely brutal out here.
Be sure to, follow us on TikTok, and when we go live, you'll be notified.
and leave a nice comment on our TikTok Live.
Please.
Please.
Be gentle.
Be gentle. We're still getting used to everything.
We're still learning.
Yeah.
We're just having fun.
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Guys being dudes.
We're just
Guys
guys
being
dudes.
dudes.
What's better than this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's better than this,
It's better than 1 cover girl.
No,
Cover girls. 5 cover girls.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Make sure you check out this episode and wherever you're listening to it.
And we've always said that. Bye.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.